Morning, Master. How goes the battle plans?
Oh, reasonably well. We shall soon have revenge on the Hatfield scum for all the humiliation they have inflicted upon our glorious college.
Only I overheard some students talking.
Students? Oh yes, students. What were they saying?
They were saying that there's a new person around college who's some kind of knight. Apparently he's discovered an ancient supply of pornography in the dining hall.
Damn! We could have used that pornography.
And apparently, so I've heard, this knight of the realm has quite a bit of money on him.
Does he indeed? We shall have to keep a close eye on this new knight. Perhaps he can be persuaded to follow the cousin's way of thinking. How goes the flower display?
Very well, Master. Should be finished by next Tuesday.
Excellent. It is all going to plan.
Forsooth by Gabriel Schenk and Robert Whedon. Episode 2. Come in. Oh, good morning, Sir Herbert.
Good morrow.
You don't have to knock on the library door to enter, you know. I trust you slept well?
Not especially well, forsooth. I have many problems. Not only have I travelled forward in time by 5 centuries by accident, but I also couldn't get the candles in my quarters to extinguish. Spent half the night blowing onto the bedside lamp. What devilry do you have at play in this century? I must find a way of getting back to my own time.
Easier said than done, I suppose.
Forsooth, at this present juncture, it seems that the only way for me to return to the past is for the cathedral's surviving southern spire to be struck by lightning again. What vexes me most is, how do we know when that's going to happen?
Reminds me a bit of that film Back to the Future, actually.
A film?
Oh, never mind.
And unfortunately, this bolt of lightning will also need to coincide at exactly the same time as another passage of Venus and Capricorn, for the time demon to be appeased.
Right. Do you have any idea when this, cleft of Venus can be opened again?
As far as one can discern, it only happens once every few weeks, or months, possibly even years.
I thought you said you were an astronomer.
Well, I am, good sir, but forsooth, until I pursued this fair library yesterday, I was under the impression the sun still traversed the earth.
I was giving this whole matter some thought over a bottle of wine last night, and I was thinking it might be quite good if we could have a target to aim for.
But the aim is to get me back, is it not? I so long to see my wife and child again, to be able to walk down the street without people looking at me as if I was a Catholic.
But if we presently find out from the past whether we got you back to the past in the future, at least we'll know we're not wasting our time in the present. Or the future. Maybe even the past. I'm confusing myself here.
But how can one such as your lowly self expect to do that?
I've only hit upon one possible solution. We must go to find your grave.
My grave?
Your grave. The weather's suddenly made a turn for the worse.
'Tis a harrowing thought, and that's a truth.
I expect for you it'll be rather like Ebenezer Scrooge.
Who?
Oh, never mind. Now, according to this 18th century map, there were 3 possible churches where you might have been buried. Which parish were you in?
St. Oswald's.
Oh, good. That's just a 5-minute walk from here. We can start there.
I'm not sure I like the idea of this at all.
It's not that big a deal. We're only going looking for your grave.
Forsooth, at least the Church of St. Oswald has not changed dramatically since last I was here. What did that young woman mean by sit on this?
I think that was a man. It's probably better not to ask.
I half wish I could stay around this time, if only to teach its denizens some Elizabethan manners.
This is almost as bad as that time you went clubbing.
Verily, this is a den of evil. What is going on here? The faces, the colours. Who are all these people? Hello? I've ended up in hell. Let me out. Verily, do not remind me of that evening. I woke up the next day in a dustbin. It was not a nice night.
So, how exactly are we going to get into this church again?
Well, forsooth, I've got a key. It's my job to go into churches and break any superstitious imagery.
Not so loud. We don't want people to know we've broken into a church. We've broken into a church. What am I doing? You're not from the past. You're just a loony. This wasn't in my job description. I'm only a librarian.
Thou dost not foolest me. I saw the look of thy boredom in thy eye when I entered the library. Thou wantest this adventure.
Okay, maybe, but that doesn't make this right or legal. Let's just find what we're looking for and get out.
We should be close. Only the most important people were buried inside the church. I expect I'll be somewhere along this wall.
Right. Do you have a torch?
Eh?
Never mind, I think I have one here somewhere. I can't see you anywhere. Maybe you weren't so lucky.
Tush! Never tell me these things. How about on the floor?
No. No. What's that under there over that pile of old chairs?
Here lieth interred the earthly remains of Sir Herbert Fountain, fellow of this town. It's me! I do get back to the past. And die. I don't like the colour of this headstone much.
I'm sorry. Do we know it's you, though, and not a relation?
Of course it's me.
Do you have any distinguishing marks?
Well, I had a hell drilled in my head when I was a boy to purge me of my Catholicism. That should prove it. But you can't open my grave. 'Tis a safe and secret place.
I wonder if you buried any clues as to how you got back.
Forsooth, I suppose we will have to do the evil deed. You leave out that side of the stone.
Right.
Lift! I'm so sorry, librarian. I'm not used to this modern diet, you know.
Oh, that's okay. It usually takes a few weeks to get used to. And again.
Great Lord. There I am.
Look, there's an inscription on that necklace. Oh no! There's a policeman coming. He must have seen the torches. Quick! Hide the necklace. I'll give you a hand up.
I've just found my earthly remains. I think I can be given a few minutes to reflect on my mortality, if you don't mind.
I'll give you a hand up.
Silence!
This is about the most illegal thing in the world. We really ought to hide. I'll go and call the master for help.
Call? He won't be able to hear you from here.
No, I mean phone. Damn, no signal.
Don't leave me down here with myself.
Master, come quickly.
Oi, you! What might you be up to?
Oh, don't worry, it's quite all right. This is my body.
Are you trying to be funny?
No, really. This is actually my body. Look, we have the same face.
Alas, poor Yorick, you're under arrest.
I can explain everything, officer.
Ah, got the other one.
Master, help! We're being arrested!
You're nicked.
How are we going to get out of this one? Forsooth by Gabriel Schenk and Robert Whedon. Episode 2, Alas Poor Herbert, featured Emma Deering as the gardener, Ian Moyes as the master of Cosin's College, Robert Whedon as the librarian, Gabriel Schenk as Sir Herbert Fountain, and Mike Loftus as the policeman. It was produced and edited by Robert Whedon, and it was a political statement production for Purple Radio.
This is Purple Radio, broadcasting live 24/7 across the world on www.purpleradio.co.uk.